Well, Happy New Year, everybody, even though it's the 7th of January. I'm Dylan Gable, and welcome to my first movie review of 2023. This year is going to be a month of Adam Sandler, but I watched this movie last night and I felt like I just had to talk about it, so my next few reviews will be of Adam Sandler films. Today I'm reviewing I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu, the direct sequel to the original film from 1978. Okay, so what is this movie about? Okay, so Jennifer Hills, the main character of the original film, is much older now. She is an author, she's doing very well for herself, and she has a daughter who is apparently the most successful model in the world. Yeah, they get captured by the apparently offspring of the fucking rapists and all that in the first film because they're out for revenge, and some shit happens, and then it eventually just turns into the original film, just done with less effort. Okay, so I guess you could probably figure out what I thought of this film. This movie is very bad, very fucking bad. Let's talk about the positives first. The movie shot very well. I'll give it that. This movie has some good cinematography. Um, the acting from the acting from the I forgot what the fuck her name is, Camille Heaton or some shit. I don't know. And the actress playing the daughter of Jennifer Hills, their acting is okay, I guess. Um, and there are a couple of good kills in this film. I'm just gonna spoil the couple of good kills in this movie because yeah, I don't think you should really watch this movie. If you're really curious about I Spit on Your Grave, watch the original or watch the remake. Both films are better than this. Alright, so what are the couple of good kills that are in this movie? Okay, so at the end, there's there's this old lady where there's this plot twist where this old couple that Jennifer Hills comes across turns out to be the parents of the main rapist in the original film. And the way this old lady dies, it was pretty good. She gets fucking impaled in the back with a shovel. She gets down. She gets beaten a little bit with it, and then the main character of this movie just fucking slams the fucking blade of the shovel right in her stomach, and it just starts bleeding out and all that. That was pretty satisfying. I really like that kill. And then okay, so this one's kind of a copy of one of the kills from the original, and this part was kind of funny. Where this so yeah, so the main character is giving this guy a hand job, then fucking takes a broken beer bottle, just stabs him right in the balls with it, and then just starts bleeding out, and he just bleeds to death while he's screaming in pain. And it's not as effective as the castration from the first movie, but it was still fairly effective. I'm gonna give the film a little bit of credit there. But other than that, let's get to the negatives. This movie's 2.5 hours long. Why the fuck is this movie 2.5 hours long? There is no need for it. There's not enough plot to justify that runtime. There's the most of this movie is filler, characters rambling on, constantly. Fuck, you got this scene where Jennifer Hills and her daughter are in this fancy restaurant, and they're talking about modeling shit and then the daughter wanting Jennifer Hills to live a normal life for once. And this scene goes on for fucking ever. You could have cut over half of that scene out, and then when they're captured, they're fucking in the back of this van for at least 20 minutes. This scene goes on even longer than that fucking conversation in the restaurant. And then there's more fucking monologuing and shit where this chick named Becky, she's one of the villains in this movie. She she fucking spews out the fucking motive. Oh, the other villains do too, but not as much as her. She says the motive at least 4 or 5 fucking times in this movie. Like the movie's treating us like we're fucking morons, and apparently we didn't get the fucking motive the first goddamn time. Like you could have cut over maybe an hour, maybe more out of this movie, and it would not have affected the plot whatsoever. And then here's another thing about the film. Uh, yeah, this movie's not paced very well. This movie drags. And also, most of the kills are underwhelming as fuck. Um, so, so yeah, the first kill that the main character fucking does. So there's this fucking big bald guy, and he's supposed to be the son of the mentally challenged guy who is part of this fucking gang of rapists in the original. So first, he gets a fucking sickle in his back. It's barely in his back, and he's just fucking bleeding profusely. Just fucking all over the place. How the fuck did that harm him? It's like it's not even an inch into his back. That should have barely incapacitated him. Like, yeah, he'd feel the pain, but wouldn't have really affected him that much, you would think. And then and then all of a sudden there's this, like right after that, the fucking main character aims the gun behind her. She's not even looking at him. Just just shoots him right in the head like she's John Wick. Uh, that kill wasn't very good, but there's another kill in this movie where they straight up fucking copy the fucking remake. So this chick I think it was a pistol, fucking puts it right in this guy's ass, fucking shoots him right in the ass, and the bullet comes out of his head. First of all, that scene was so in the remake, that scene was done with a shotgun, and it's far more brutal in that. It's far more effective. And yeah, I don't know. This movie is just very underwhelming. Like there's not much, like there's blood at times. Then there's other parts where it's just off screen. Like you're making an exploitation film. There's a fucking rape scene in this movie. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're not comfortable with watching rape scenes, like if that's something that really bothers you and like you just can't watch, don't watch this movie. Don't watch any of the other movies. Just a heads up right there. And yeah, so if you're comfortable fucking showing an entire rape scene in a movie, like completely uncut, why did you have to just cut down a lot of the violence in this movie? Like, I don't know. If you're gonna make an exploitation film, just fucking go all out, like you did with the fucking original, because this movie is directed by the same guy who directed the original. Boy, it did not really feel like that. Ugh. And also the death of Becky was fucking laughable. That was one of the most pathetic kills I have ever seen in a movie. There's no way that fucking killed her. I'm just like she gets beaten by like a fucking big rock and a bunch of fucking like big ass sticks and all that. And then what finishes the job is just smashing a fucking whiskey bottle on her head. That's what finishes the job. Holy fuck, that makes me laugh every time I think about that. Okay, let's talk about the characters. Okay, so these characters are fucking idiots. They even make Jennifer Hills into a complete fucking moron. And the villains aren't any better. There's a part where they take Jennifer Hills over to this, I think it was a cabin, and they make her dig her own fucking grave. And there's a fucking noose right there. And okay, so she digs her grave, and then she fucking beats the long haired black hair fucking guy. And then yeah, they just let her walk away. Like They want to kill her. She has a gun. She could have killed them. And the she just fucking walks away like nothing. They just let her go. Fuck, she could have high-fived them as well. Like, ugh. Okay. And then there's a part, so spoiler, Jennifer Hills dies in this movie. And her death is fucking stupid. That's not the way you should fucking kill the main character from the original movie. Okay, so one of the villains, Becky, is behind her. She's at a church. She's knocking on the door for like 10 minutes. Because, every scene fucking goes way too long in this movie. She has a gun with her. I think she still had that gun on her. She's fucking knocking on the door. The fucking priest in the church is not hearing her. What? It makes the death even more pathetic. She couldn't have ran away while Becky was right behind her? This movie falls apart more and more I think about it. Okay. And yeah, the acting. Oh my god, the acting in this movie. The villain characters go way over the top. And it is obnoxious. I don't know if it was Miyazaki that fucking told them to go over the top, but he could have told them to tone it down a little bit. Because it got annoying real fucking quick. And the ending, besides that one good kill, it didn't leave me fulfilled. This movie has a very underwhelming ending. But that's enough of me talking about I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu. This movie's fucking bad. It has a couple of good kills and it's well shot. And the acting from the two leads is fine. Don't watch Deja Vu. Watch the original or watch the remake and its sequels. All of those are better than this. This is the worst film in the franchise. By far. If you're curious after hearing about what I said, and if you want to watch it, I mean, I'm not gonna say no. Like, if you're curious, whatever. But if you want just a very lean, straight to the point, fucking exploitation film, just watch the original or watch the remake. There's no point in watching this film. I'm gonna give I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu a D. Alright, so yeah, if you like my stuff, like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'll catch you all later with my series of Adam Sandler reviews coming up.